New troubles for former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. The State Department now confirming 403 emails containing classified information have been found on Clinton's private email server. This coming as we learn Russian-linked hackers had their sights set on the former Clinton's emails and the former Secretary's emails. Fox News Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Harris is here. Catherine.
Well, thank you, Greta. These are the 5 fake emails that were sent to Mrs. Clinton about traffic tickets, and it says they're from the New York State Department of Motor Vehicles. And based on our reporting today, this has the signature of a group of Russian-based hackers who specifically targeted the State Department in 2011 with this phishing scheme. If you opened up the attachment, it would infect the computer and then everyone else who came into contact with your email traffic. So the key thing here is that it's been a hypothetical discussion that her email account could be targeted by a foreign entity, but now we know in the end that it was targeted in 2011 by these Russian-based hackers.
Catherine, thank you.
You're welcome.
And those hackers disguised their malicious hacking attempts as speeding tickets, as Catherine just said, with the hope that Secretary Clinton would click on a link and infect her computer. So how does this kind of hacking work? And if it had worked, how much information could hackers have gotten? Tech expert Russ Reeder joins me. Russ, tell me, what are your thoughts on this?
How you doing, Greta? So it's scary. I mean, here's the head of the State Department with a phishing attempt, and if the head of the State Department, if Hillary would have clicked on that attachment and opened it up, or if one of her aides that has access to her email opened it up, it could not only affect the machine that they were on, it could then go across into other machines potentially.
If, let's say that independent of Secretary Clinton, but that another person who she works with at the State Department had a private email account and got the same type of attachment and opened it up, but then had conversations by email with Secretary Clinton, could that original infection of the colleague somehow compromise her server?
Well, if someone would have clicked on the phishing attempt, it was an attachment to the email that the hackers that were associated with Russia sent out as speeding tickets. So no matter whomever would have clicked on that attachment, their machine would have been affected. So
but does their machine affect other people's machines? If you have an infected machine,
yes.
Do you infect everybody else you come in contact with?
So they'd be able to see all communication on that machine and then potentially use that machine as kind of their home base behind the firewall to get into access to other more secure areas.
Is there any way to determine whether she clicked on any of these attachments?
So they do have the server, and they'll be able to see if there's malicious code left behind on the server. I mean, all malware should leave traces behind. So they should not only check her server, but her aide's servers as well, just to make sure that there was no trace of this.
You know, what's so peculiar to this for me is that, okay, she hasn't driven in 20 years, but if I in my home, if I got like 5 emails from some Nigerian email that said I get $25 million, I just have to supply my social security number, I would be a little suspicious. And you would think that she would tell somebody. I mean, it's just a little weird to get that.
Well, and if the head of the State Department's not solving that problem, who is? For all of us, right? All of us get millions of Americans every day get these phishing attempts. And so shouldn't our government try to help us with that? So, I mean, that's just one of in cybersecurity, this is a major issue. She would have been a great person to raise the awareness that, hey, if it's happening to me, it's happening to everyone.
Any idea who these people are?
They do a very good job to make sure that they cannot be found.
So where are they? We keep calling them Russian. I mean, how do we even know that?
So back in 2011, in August 2011, I think in September, there was a research firm that went in to evaluate the specific malware. And they found that if you would have clicked on that, it would infect your PC or your server, and it would send all the information on your server to 3 different servers elsewhere. One of the servers was based in Russia. So do we know who they are? No.
Actually, that's sort of a tip. If I heard that everyone's being investigated here at Fox for something, and I said, well, I got the same thing a month ago, that would certainly be a tip to me. I would think, at that
Sure.
point, she might raise a red flag to her. But anyway, the investigation goes on. Russ, thank you.
You bet, Greta. Take care.